Hello everybody, my name is Adam from San Antonio, Texas, and I briefly wanted to lay out my experience with Joel Fuhrman's book, Eat to Live, and just tell you how it worked for me and my mother. Okay, so today is April the 6th, 2014. Today is the last day of my 6 weeks, my 6-week plan. I continue on going on as best as I can. I will incorporate a little bit of meat, but so how this whole thing began was my mother started having some health issues, things similar to Alzheimer's, but the neurologist kept on saying it wasn't Alzheimer's, and that gave me great hope because what I'd been learning once I found out she was having issues is that a lot of this stuff is affected through diet, you know. So my mother, a couple of things, very sedentary lifestyle, and also not eating good, and also indoors, not getting vitamin D at all. And so all that stuff affects your brain, your thinking, your faculties. So I started doing some research. The neat thing, a coworker of mine actually had read the book and applied the 6 weeks herself, and she lost some weight. I like knowing people that have experiences or have personally touched this stuff, you know. And so my coworker had lost some weight herself. So I decided to buy the book, skimmed through it a little bit, and thought, this is what I want to do, and I hope my mom would like to participate. So me and my mother, she was down for it. What I started doing was driving to her house 3 to 4 times a week. This was starting last year, probably November. And so it took about 3 months for us to read the whole book. We'd make green smoothies together every morning. We'd sit down, we'd cheers, and then we'd read the book for 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and then I'd take off to work or whatever. Okay, so after 3 months of reading the book, we were ready to do this. We started it, and these are the results. Okay, so for me, I personally started out sticking with it, staying on track, doing everything well. And as of today, I've lost 17 to 18 pounds. I actually didn't weigh this morning. But I started out at 195 at the beginning of this year. And now I'm down to 177 pounds. Woo! So it's pretty exciting. I've lost weight. I feel great. I'm learning to cook. I'm learning not to just automatically go to a fast food restaurant and eat. I'm spending time. I'm being thoughtful. I'm looking at recipes. I'm trying to find stuff that's appealing to me. The only thing about being single is these recipes make like food for sometimes 8 to 12 people. So, you know, I've only had to cook a few times this whole 6 weeks because it's lasted so long. Okay. So I've done really well, and I even cheated. Within the first 3 weeks, I had already lost like 12 pounds or so, and that's without any working out. That's just pure salad for lunch, fruits, vegetables, beans, nuts, seeds. You know, the elementary basics of the plan, and I stuck with it. And now the last 3 weeks, I've been incorporating exercise, and then I was kind of scared. Well, maybe I'm not getting enough protein. Well, forget that. I feel fine. I have enough energy, and I feel great. I just have to make sure I have my beans and my nuts, my seeds. And so I'm doing well. My mother, on the other hand, she didn't stick with the diet as well as I would hope. But the good news is, as much as we were down in smoothies, green smoothies, and as much as we stuck to the program for the 6 weeks, giving her salad, giving her some nuts, and giving her a good breakfast, she was getting a lot of nutrients. She was getting a lot of minerals, a lot of phytochemicals that she needed, that her body needed. We were down in some vitamins D3 and some B12 and some turmeric as well. And I tell you what, my mother's mind has completely shifted. Whereas before, I had a hard time hearing my mother speak, because she would lose her thought and then she would have to say, I forgot what I was saying. It was very heartbreaking for me. To now, she is on point with her conversations. She's recalling things left and right that she wasn't doing before, and I am so happy and I am so thankful for the book. So thankful for my friend Lori for telling me about it, and I'm just thankful all around that the body is so amazing if we just give it what it needs. I've lost weight. My mother hasn't lost weight, but her mind is getting better. One more thing I wanted to share is I initially bought 2 books, one for my mother and one for myself. We didn't need 2 books because I was reading mine from my iPad. So one day at work, a customer walked in at the beginning of 2014, just like 2 weeks after the new year, and he said he was going to Hawaii in a couple of months and he wanted to lose weight. So we got to talking about the stuff, like all the information that I was reading. I couldn't help but share it because it was so fascinating. And so I got to talking to him in a conversation, and he saw, oh, that sounds really good. And he showed interest, and so I said, you know what, I got an extra book. Would you like to take it? And he's like, yeah, I'd love it. So I ran back to my backpack and I gave him the book. I'm always hesitant to do stuff like that because maybe sometimes people feel pressured. I didn't want him to feel like that. I said, look, if you read it, that's cool. Let me know how it goes, and if you don't read it, give me the book back. I mean, I'll give it to someone else. Well, anyway, I saw the guy 1 week later. He had started applying the stuff right away. Within that first week, I think he lost like 7 to 10 pounds. I was excited. So I don't see this guy very much. Fast forward another 2 months after his Hawaiian vacation, he was down 25 pounds, a little bit more than 6 weeks. He was down 25 pounds and keeping it up. Him and his wife. I was very happy. This stuff makes me happy. So I just wanted to encourage all of you. I know when I first started this, I'd be looking for internet videos and testimonies of people trying to share how good it's worked for them or hasn't worked good for them. And you know, there's a few where you see people start, but then they don't finish. And I just always wonder how that turned out for them. But for me, I just want to let you guys know it's possible. Do your best. Try your hardest. Plan ahead and make sure you have some good things to eat. You know, because when temptation arises, you want to have something good to down into your belly rather than something bad. And I wish you the best of luck. If you have any questions, email me or write something, and I'll respond. Best of luck and farewell.